What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? What's happening? I'm trying out a new device, man. I just got another device, so checking everything out. What's happening? What's happening? What's happening, everybody? Friend or foe? Brother Obadiah, what's happening, man? What's happening, fam? I took a couple of days off of this, man, just to, enjoy myself, enjoy my life. And yes, I did get married, family. I ain't got my ring on right now because I'm getting it sized. So I have to get that straight. But yeah, I had to take a couple of days off of this thing, man. But what's happening? What's happening? One more time. Like, share, and subscribe. What's happening? I tell you what's happening. I was looking today at our brother. Uh, well, no, know what? I'm gonna hold that one off. I'm gonna say this one. All of the Republicans are like, well, all of the Caucasian Republicans. Did you notice how funny they've been acting today? Ain't nothing wrong with being a Republican. Ain't nothing wrong with being a Republican. Most black people were Republicans, but just like Alexander and homosexuality, things tend to flip and change. But yeah, all the Republicans, the white Republicans, no boy, they mad today, and I could tell. I could look in their faces today. Uh-huh. And these white, and let me say this. Thank you, Isdeco. I'm glad you said that. Last year I did exactly what you just said. He said, "What's happening is these white men terrorist acts that's not that the news is not covering." And it's so true, so true. I did a video, I think it was last year, and I asked, "Who are the real terrorists? Is it these Islamic people? Is it these gangbangers? Or is it white collar and blue collar white males?" And I came out with the answer just like y'all. National terrorism in America is being done domestically by its own people, in the sense that white America are the ones perpetrating damn near 98% of the crimes and the terrorism. That's true. When you say that, then they bring up Christopher Turner, then they bring up Micah X. Johnson, then they bring up Gavin Long. But those are just a few black men that chose that route versus, I mean, we could just go on and on and on, fingers and toes, counting all the white men in the past 5 years that went crazy. The guy that was shooting in Las Vegas, somebody said on the news that one of the victims that were at the Las Vegas shooting was actually at this club in Thousand Oaks, victimized twice by not cartel members, not gangbangers. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Victimized and terrorized by white males. Tell me, why don't America want to talk about that on the news? This is a trend. Just like the trend of all of these white men that have gotten AR-15s, and Lord knows it don't need to be that many goddamn AR-15s in nobody's hands in no country. For real, for real. Deco says, bro, I'm from DC, and we're heading back to the 90s when it comes to murders. And I think white terrorists are doing the drive-bys put here to clean DC up. It's been going on for decades. Yes. Covert terrorism and overt terrorism. Social evolution and engineering, in the sense that your mind is being prepared and sculpted for one thought. See, I was just about to mention Chicago. A lot of the brothers and sisters there ending up on the black market for their organs. A lot of them people are being killed through gang violence. I got so many people in Chicago that I talk to on a daily basis. It's crazy. And they're all saying the same thing. Not only the fact that the guns are coming in, still streaming in and flowing in like the Mississippi River, but they're all saying that every one of these murders and these strange John Does are not gang violence. Who killed Kanika? I'm not going to get into that shit. I'm going to tell you. What is that? Oh, I'm sorry. Like I said, I got a new phone, man. I got a couple of new alerts I never really seen. All them Ferguson activists coming up dead too. Exactly. Peace to you, brother advisor. Coming up dead. And you go up and you see them in the casket from the waist down, and you think they got all of their nuts and bolts still in there. I'm not gonna get into talking about that, because that's not my cup of tea. I don't even want to, because it's so wicked, man. It's so wicked. And it seems like we can't do anything about it because black people really don't care about that shit. White people don't care about it. They don't care about it. All they care about is telling us that this is the most important vote of your life. I told y'all before, if you're not voting for state and local elections, you're wasting your time. Wasting your goddamn time. Donald Trump gets up, giving his, looked like he was going to the electric chair last night. He gave his speech last night talking about now he wants to work with the Democrats. Bipartisanship. It take a whole destruction of your country and your cultural value systems across the board. It takes that and total separation and social war. It take all of that for people to say, okay, look, so we can work together after you done beat my ass and destroyed me. Oh, I'll work with you. That's us. That's us. Not just black people, but people. This is the most important vote of your life. Didn't they tell y'all that when Bush won was coming? Didn't they tell you that when Clinton was in office, when coming in office, like Santa Claus? Didn't they tell you that? Even about our ignorant brother Barack. Excuse me. Goddamn, get in office, man, and leave without doing a goddamn thing for black people. So much so that the white people were saying, you know what, that's a shame. He didn't do anything specifically to help his people directly. Nothing. And I challenge some of y'all Barack lovers to go and compare Barack's deeds versus George Bush too, Jr. It's almost like the same person. Different party, same person. I'm telling you, stop letting people make a fool out of y'all. Your vote don't count unless you make a mark at the local and state level. Listen to me. Stop being a fool, electoral idiot. If you're not winning by your votes at the state and the local level, you're never going to win as a people or as a party. And how are you joining a Democratic Party that upholds homosexuality, which is a cultural norm that, juxtaposed? It just don't work. So how y'all in the same party? I know Democrats don't want to hear that. And the Republicans need. Don't waste your time listening to everybody that benefits from you. You become fodder for all of them. But then when it come down to you, the poor black man, the poor white man, you poor Appalachian whites, and these others and Mexicans, when it come down to you getting something done for you politically, you steady looking from president to president, term to term. What's been done about us directly? Nothing. Why? Because you don't have any power at the local or the state level. Your vote means nothing because they've gotten your affiliation by party already. You don't make a mark in the federal elections unless you're making a mark in the local and state. Now, if our black people don't get that shit and stop acting like being a Democrat is going to save you, when most people in the Democratic Party don't believe the same things economically, spiritually, or culturally. And definitely not politically, but they just don't see it. I'm telling you, what are you doing? If you are, I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna get on to another subject. If you are a non-homosexual and you don't believe in that death style, and you teach against it even in your churches or your mosques, what are you doing in the same party with the Rainbow Coalition? Not Jesse's Rainbow Coalition. I'm talking about the Rainbow Coalition. And how does that work? And how does it work and line up with your spiritual, cultural values? All of you Democrats, gays and straights, voting for the same person. That let me know something wrong with the person that you're voting for, not just something wrong with y'all. Don't you know sex is the most important thing other than eating? Procreation. How are you in a political party with people that don't believe in procreation? And that's what homosexuality is. Come on, family. Montequin. Real talk. Peace. So politically, man, we lose because we don't think and we don't see what actually is the effective thing. Like I said, stop letting people tell you that the most important vote is this one in the federal election. Teach your children to become a mayor and an alderman and a city councilman, fire chief, police chief, DA, assistant DA. Those are the things that will help you make a mark in your states and subsequently in your nation. Don't be fooled. Don't think you're going to run up and vote at the last minute. Oh, let me go pull the lever for Donald Trump or pull the lever for Barack and think that's going to make a difference. It's not. Look, in real life, got it. Hitler created his own party. And I know for black people, it is very needful in the sense that, especially the brothers before were talking about, the deaths and the Chicago and all of the stuff here, and we were talking about it just a minute ago. But it's very needful for minorities to have their own political parties. In the 60s and 70s, black people tried it, but it didn't work. It didn't work because Negroes often eat and devour their own, refuse to go vote for them, refuse to vote for them, especially locally and in the state. So you get long shot candidates like Shirley Chisholm, God rest her soul. Shirley Chisholm should have won. You get Jesse Jackson. Jesse should have won something. They should have gave Jesse a consolation prize or something. Dick Gregory should have won. Did y'all know Dick Gregory was one of the first black men to have a good chance at winning the presidential election? He didn't even get as far as I could throw Imam Bashir. And we focusing on the wrong things politically as black people, I think. Like I said, we need to be focusing on state and local elections, state and local office. Not worrying about what the fuck Donald Trump doing. Because once it's made it to the federal level, it's a whole nother ball game. Trust me, Donald Trump and Barack and all of our past 5 presidents will tell you, listen, I'm just here. Yeah. You ever thought about running for local office? Yes, I have. Yes, I have. But the thing about me is I don't want to live here in Hemet or here in Hammond or here in Detroit or here in LA or here in any particular place. I would like to run for local and state office in a black, established black city, like one of the large black cities. You got black places in LA, and in Detroit. But I'm not even from here, If I run for an office in, all right. If I run for office and I become a alderman in LA, it's not going to do anything for LA because I don't have any love for LA. Not really. It's not my home. Not my home. But I thought about it before. I've thought about it before. But really my own personal political philosophy is the same way that I live, and I'm not affiliated with Los Angeles or any of the other places that I've lived. Any place. At all. New Orleans, I love it, but I don't call that my home. Southeast Louisiana. But most of you people, most of y'all that don't live that way, not some of the brothers that I know, your plight, similar to mine, most of y'all that are so violently connected to your neighborhoods. Y'all that say, I grew up right here and I ain't going nowhere, I'm going to die right here. Oh, man. What? Those are the people that's supposed to be running for those state offices because you ain't going nowhere. In your local offices because you ain't leaving your town, your city. You got Arkansas pride, I got Detroit pride, no, not for me, but for some others, yes. My calling is a musician. That's my calling. That's my calling. So my calling is to be a musician and a teacher, a kingdom teacher and a kingdom musician. So, That's what I do, and I'm content with that because I'm still learning how to be that. Israel doctrine for office. Israel ran for office, and I don't know why that brother didn't get in. If he'd have went hard on that, like he went hard with the poppy thing, he probably would have won. Yeah, yeah, he probably would have won. But he just said he was running and got on it and didn't do anything. But it was a good idea, running for a local office. Yeah, Izzy for cockroaches. All right, up Campbell. Brother said Mike the realist. What kind of a man? Tom Rob, what's happening? Says Mike, LA is nice. I wish I smoked weed. I would be fried, died, and slumped to the side, you heard? Hey, man, the marijuana industry in California is off the chain. Yes, it is. And some of these legislators are off the chain. Mike brought out of jail. Got to go to jail and stay in jail your entire time till you get to court. People trying to make it crazy out here, but they give you that weed in everywhere, every city. That hat fired. Thank you, man. I heard they only won one game. People in California, they be talking crazy about the Raiders. But I tell them all, I'm not even a football fan. I'm a 90s fan. I'm an 80s fan. The people that used to wear these in the 90s and 80s weren't sports fans. They were gangsters. So that's what, that's what I wear it for, because I like it in the logo and what it stood for in our cultural rubrics when we was growing up, because I still got that nigga in me. Believe that, you know what I mean? Yeah, exactly, fam. So yeah, I grew up in that that NWA era. I remember I used to wear almost exclusively all black. Raiders or Kings, and the Kings have changed like fools. And I used to wear all black, man. A lot of that stuck with me. Yes, sir. Gangster. Yeah. But here it is, y'all. I want to talk about this a little bit, and then I'm going to let y'all roll. This is very interesting. Very interesting. I need something to drink. Hold on. Is any water in there? Really? Give me some ice in a cup. Please hurry up. Huh? These people on this thing waiting on me now. You got to hurry up. What? I got a live stream on. You got to hurry up. Some ice in a cup. Really? There's no cups. Hey, look in there. Look in the dishwasher. Oh. Come on now. Come on, player. Let's roll it. Let's move it. Is your hands clean? Yeah, I just washed them. Because I don't want no booger wooger. Give it. Just put a little water in it, just a little. Thank you. Hot water, that's hot water. Come on now. Is it? You crazy. Sorry about that, y'all. My throat was getting dry. You hear me? I do a lot of singing and talking. And man, when my throat get dry, it's over. And y'all remember one of these niggas told me I was get vodka or something on the air. I told him, boy, I don't drink. I was drinking out of this same cup. This cup says Luke 2:7. These niggas think I'm drinking Patron out of a Christian cup. I'm not like Tazariak. Tazariak and Israel doctrine smoke black and miles while they got the Bible in their hand. Ashes falling in the Bible. Why they teaching the Bible? But anyway, here's the subject, man, and I wanted to get into this one and just point this out for y'all. And I know he out there. I know he's in the thing right now. And then his alter ego is in here, the family here, tied up Campbell. But I know he's in here too. I heard him talking about mystery meat the other day. Nigga, it took my words. He didn't watch me so much. I heard him singing that song. I got my t-shirt and my panties on. You know them hoes from the 90s used to sing that. I told Poppy that's what he was singing, laying on Bam's couch on his stomach with white footies with the ball on the back. Singing that song, t-shirt and my panties on. Then about a week later, I hear him talking on his stream and he's singing the song. God damn. Say, boy, I done got in your veins, family. But then, Gorilla God, peace. And I hear him the other day talking about mystery. And I don't know how many of y'all ever heard me talk about it because I don't eat Taco Bell and all of that stuff. I'm not a vegan. I eat meat, but I don't eat every meat. I don't just go out and just eat meat willy-nilly. Unless I'm super hungry, then you might catch me down bad like Minister Inky in McDonald's or somewhere. Eating some of that plastic, you heard me? I could admit it. Be honest. Y'all, every now and then, y'all go eat some of that plastic. They put them goddamn hormones and shit in that cheese. And you get to smelling that cheese, boy. Am I a Rams fan? No. I heard people are saying the Rams is good. I haven't seen a Rams game since who was that guy? Everett. What was his name? Their quarterback. Long time ago. Excuse me, I'm eating ice and shit. What was that? Jim Everett? What was that guy's name? Quarterback for the Rams, but let me get back to the subject. Y'all gonna have me on ESPN and shit. Eric Dickerson, yep, that era. That was the last time I watched the Rams. Yep. My cousin plays on the team. That's why I was in LA. Wow, man. That's what's up. That's what's up. What's his name? What's his name? Y'all excuse me. Let me ask family here a question time. Right? What's his name? Your cousin. What's your cousin's name, family, to play with the Rams? What's your cousin's name, man? I know this thing got a time delay because I'm a Calvin girly. Cool. I want to check him out. I don't be looking for that. That's what's up. He probably living a good life. Yeah, he probably living a good life. Not girly. Real talk. I knew some girlies in Louisiana when I grew up. Yeah. One of them was one of the greatest brothers I ever met in the church. Yeah. Horace Gurley. That was his name. Yeah. But that's cool, man. I'm going to check him out. Thank you for telling us that. Y'all check Todd Gurley out. That's Tom Roberts' cousin. Yeah, man. What was I at in the story? Y'all remind me. But I'm gonna just go straight for it. Now, we done heard about our brother Poppy talking about Bambaataa lately. And he's been like a billboard for Bambaataa lately. Mystery meat. Yeah, that's right. Thank you, Blackwood. Shout out to you, Blackwood. Mystery meat. I heard Poppy talking about mystery meat. Remember, he don't want to go back to jail because that's what they serve in prison, mystery meat, y'all. And I use that word. You know, a lot of people don't know what that is. And like I said, I don't eat meat and all of that shit. Every kind of meat, I don't eat it because a lot of it is mystery meat. They put all type of shit in this meat. Sometimes you think you buying a whole cut of meat, and it's hundreds of little bitty pieces of meat. They got meat glue and all type of shit in your meat. And don't ask me what meat glue is because you don't want to know. Mystery meat. Papi Chulo. Thigh boy. You hear me? He's talking about mystery meat, and he's talking about that song "T-shirt and my panties on." And I'm saying, damn, brother, how many of my shows you can watch to get all of that stuff in your brain? Because I ain't never heard no black person say mystery meat other than myself. I don't. But it's not like I got a patent on the word. I'm just saying the brother did it, and I wanted to make this point. Here it is, right here, that he's been campaigning for Bambaataa and whatever this show was about that they're doing. I'm not gonna get into whether the show was canceled or why it was canceled or who was kicked off the show roster or whatever. That's not important, especially to me, because I don't fuck with hip hop. Not no more. Told you I just talked about what era I'm from. Eric Dickerson ran era. You know what I mean? The 90s, the 80s. But this brother here is campaigning for that show. Bambaataa's about to do a show, y'all, everybody. I can't believe this. Acting like one of Michael Jackson's old fans that are faint at the show. Take your drawers off, throw them on stage. Poppy was acting like that. Like we care what Bambaataa's doing. Especially at this point, because I don't want y'all to think that I'm ever at one point supporting Africa Bambaataa. I said before, you can't be homosexuals and it work, and neither can you be in your social and cultural conscience and it work. I don't agree with homosexuality, therefore I can't agree with Bambaataa. And more so, here's the truth about that. This boy Poppy announcing it every day, talking about that show. I can't believe it. But I want y'all to notice this. Everybody notice. And this is a fact. And a couple people have noticed it. But I want everybody to notice this. This guy tells y'all that if he slip and bump his head in Times Square and go into a coma, he said, go kill Sarnetta. Huh? Am I right? This boy said if somebody give him a cup and it's got a little cyanide on the rim of the cup and he drink, spill over. He said, go kill Sarnetta. Number one, at the outset, that's him calling you a goddamn fool. Because he's trying to get you to do the same thing that Bambaataa and them did to him when he was young and impressionable. Give Poppy the gun. Tell Poppy to go shoot that guy. Tell Poppy I'll give him $50 and thigh him later on. Right? Excuse me. But give Poppy the gun Go kill that guy. Poppy gets the gun. Go kills the guy. Come home. Get that. That was today. He blames Bambaataa and them for him doing all of that shooting and cutting and rooting and tooting. But no, they didn't make you. They asked you to do it, right? And being that they didn't make you, it's the same thing. Suggestive reasoning. You're telling the young people today. Now, let me get this straight. Here's the caveat. Poppy killed for a man that today he says, y'all, he raped me. And y'all should kill him. Kill him in the media, kill him in the culture, kill him socially, politically, economically, and maybe even physically murder him. And also Sinetta. But at the same time, when the opportunity comes for him to do his own killing as a grown man, his own murdering. See, ain't nobody making you take up a gun and go kill nobody for stripes today, Poppy. See, today, if you were to go do that, we would know that you did that of your own volition because of your manhood, because of your pride and your emotionalism. We know that for sure. But will you do it? Will you do it, Pop? You told us she was a killer. Y'all remember and think on these things. He told y'all he's a killer. He's a tough guy. He been killing all his life. But today, he's so much of a fucking coward, excuse my language, that he wants you to kill for him. He wants you to kill Bambaataa. He wants you to kill Polite. He wants you to kill Sinetta. Well, who you gonna kill, Pop? He doesn't even have the balls to kill himself. Excuse me. I'm not being vicious. I'm just telling the truth. And let me answer this before somebody asks me. What do I think about Sinetta and Poppy making peace? I don't give a fuck. My language, y'all. I'm eating the ice again. I don't give a fuck, cause I know that's fake. I know that's fake. I'm sorry. I guess I'm telling you, that's some fake shit. And it's fake even on that side for people to go to war for you and you saying, this brother did all of this to me, threatened my family and all of this. And then people go to war for you. And then out the back door, you reaching your hand over the motherfucking fence and tell them, listen here, I forgive you. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about all these niggas I got out here about to kill you. Let's just peace out. That's some fake shit. Excuse me. So I never know I don't agree with that. You got a nigga that got in the community that then did every offense in our African constructs or even in our Israelite constructs that would have him serving a death penalty, a death sentence. He done did it. Plotting the death of a young boy. I say plotting the death of a young man. I was supposed to be the one that hit him. Fucking dummy. Plotting the death of a young man to hide a homosexual rape. In every one of our ancient constructs that would have warranted death. And you talking about forgiving? This motherfucker then said he would, not hypothetically, because when you say when I, you talking about when you do it, either in your mind or in your body. And the Most High Son said, As a man thinketh, so is he. And you said, when I lay heavy dick on your son, your daughter, and run through all of them, that warrants death. In every one of our ancient cultures, death penalty. Find me one culture of our ancient black lands that would allow a man to threaten to rape a child. You allow that to live. You literally planning the death of a young man. And my brother here reaching over the goddamn fence to say to him, let's piece it out. I'm not ready to piece it out. Fuck that nigga. Excuse me. Because I love children. And I love them for real, not want to lay with them love. Shit, I remember my childhood. Fuck. And I remember how blessed I was to always have wholesome people around me. I didn't have nobody talking about raping me when I grew up. So I didn't get scarred like that. And when I hear adults today doing that, it fucked me up bad. And I be wanting to just choke a book out of one of these niggas' nose. And I'm a daddy. Okay? But this guy that had done all of this stuff, and I could keep going on, but I'm not. This guy, he wants y'all to kill for him. But he won't kill for himself. Let that hang in the air for a minute. Think about it. Think about it. He said he's not going to bed. He's not emotionally strong enough to go and see Bambaataa right now. And I was saying in my mind, it ain't cause you gonna jump on the brother because you couldn't hold back your rage. You probably would get an erection. You in Bam's presence. You probably would get wet. You probably would start burning in your lust for this man. Y'all, this boy was at Bambaata's house at age 36. I said, ready to kill for Africa Bambaataa. At age 36. Poppy's the same goddamn age I am. He looked 67. Because the sin and all that, and got all them bags under his eyes, and he got all fat and bone cancer and shit and all this ulcers, ain't no bleeding. But he done destroyed himself, and sin is eating him alive. Probably the same goddamn age as I am. And I said, when I was 36, if I was doing something at age 36, I'm still that guy. I don't care if I got saved and start weighing high waters. I'm still very much mentally and spiritually the same guy that I was at 36. That's only a few years down the line. Probably 41, 40. And at age 36, he was sitting in Bambaata's living room drawing up a blueprint to kill a child that had been raped. That's the guy that told y'all he wants you to kill Bambaataa and Sarnetta for him. And Polite. But he's scared to talk about that death shit with me. Y'all notice that? He get all on the things. Man, Michael Edwards, leave me alone. I'm not for that shit today. I don't want to play no more. I know you don't. Because you know who to play with. You know who to play with. You're going to slap everybody, mama, and rip black men wives' titties off and shit he say he's going to do. Excuse me. Crunch it. Gonna rip Sarnetta's wife's titties off, but this brother ready to forgive you. I don't even think Jesus would have done that, because that's a sin. Your wife is be you. The Bible says the man will leave his mother and father and cleave unto his wife, and they two will become one flesh. How you forgive a nigga to say he's gonna kill you and your wife and your kids? And then he go out and talk about he gonna rape other people's kids. I was the one that was supposed to hit him, telling us he was really planning the death. And he come on camera crying and shit. Y'all forgot about him. Did you see him cry? That's on this channel. You can find it. But that guy, he wanted y'all to kill for him. But yet he don't have the emotional fortitude and intestinal fortitude to go out and kill for himself. You can't go to the concert because you can't handle it. I know you can't. So now, in closing, and we're going to do a series this week back because Miss Beverly reminded me, and the storm is over because so I can get back to teaching. I can get back to teaching. But I'm going to get back on starting the testimonial series, right? And I got a lot to share with y'all, man. A lot that's going to help you and encourage you. But let me just say this in closing. This year has been a motherfucker. Excuse me. Not just for me personally, but for y'all and what you've learned this year. And I don't want you to never let these potent lessons go. Listen to me. Always be balanced. That's the lesson that you ought to get out of all of this. Study before you speak on a matter. Study a matter before you speak on it. Try a matter before you teach on it. Observe a matter before you walk with it and take it up as your cause. And beyond that, here's the bigger point that you ought to remember and take from this year. That there are victims and there are victims. I know y'all are saying, come on, man, what the fuck you mean? I said there are victims and there are victims, meaning that there's two kinds. There are victims, total victims, like people that get raped. You walking home from the movies and somebody snatch you out in an alley and rape you. There's that kind of victim that deserves your help, your blood even. But then there are victims that allow themselves to be victimized. And then that victim that allowed themselves to be victimized uses the victimization to victimize others. That's the second kind of victim that turns into an abuser. Those that molest often molest, literally, that's true. And those that are abused often abused. Tell me why y'all been giving Poppy thousands of dollars because you feel sorry for what happened to him, but you can't process him sitting in Bambaada's living room at age 36 planning to kill a rape victim. I'm going to say that again because some of y'all still ain't got it. At age 36, planning to kill a rape victim. That's why I said there's two kinds of victims. The real victim, like the little boy, the Bambaada raped. And then there's the victims that become victimizers. Poppy, willing victim. Come on. Right. And so what are you to take out of that? life experience, so that you're not a fool, so that you understand the dynamic of man and the depravity of man. So you don't run around here thinking everybody is okay and trustworthy. Y'all fools that keep throwing money at Brother Polite. Stop acting like he's above reproach, idiot. Shit, if you give me some money without a contract signed, you might have a motherfucking problem getting it back. The people in Louisiana say, get it how you live. You heard me? But I'm not a shyster like that. Y'all be careful, man. That's the point. Stop being a naive, idiotic, ignorant people. Yeah, and those that play the victim. Playing the victim for monetization. He thied me. But you were at 36, you were planning to kill a boy that he actually sodomized. How do that nigga think that's right? How do Poppy think that's okay? To even come out and tell us that. Yeah. I got raped when I was a kid. But I messed around there later on. I was going to kill a kid that got raped. What's the point? What's the moral of the story? Watch your ass. I said, study, think, observe before you take up a matter, a call, and stop being such a goddamn coward. Some people you're supposed to be at war with. Shit, you ain't got to be at peace with everybody. By constantly going out the back door, trying to make peace with those that in the front you warred with and warred against for a specific legitimate reason, just because you scared now. Now, with that said, peace to Miss Beverly, and exactly, Miss Beverly, think for yourself, y'all. Peace to In Real Life. What's up with Polite, man? Divine TV said, I don't know. I don't know what's up with Polite. I don't know. I couldn't tell you, fam. I don't know. Genesis 6 said what's wrong with all humanity. Niggas are continually evil. That's what's wrong with not only Polite, but what's wrong with all mankind. The imaginations continually fucking no self knowledge. Knowledge of thyself. Shout out to y'all. Max Bird. Shout out. In Real Life. Gorilla God. Blackwood X. Peace. Tom Robb. Peace. 100. Peace. My dear brother Abazu. Peace, bro. Thied up Campbell. Peace. Moonta King Whitaker. Peace. It's Deco, bitch. Peace. And Obadiah. Peace. Now, y'all, I'll be back on with the testimonials this week. So y'all don't worry about it. But I might start tomorrow morning. Yeah. Remember what I said. Don't forget it.